So we got front Bilstein shocks, inner and outer tie rods, ball joints. I got my front brakes there, and I was finally able to get my hands on a front drop kit. Shout out to ATG Rico for driving 16 hours to go pick that up for me. And my Billet Specialties finally came in. So in this video, we're gonna slap all of this new stuff on and finally get rid of that, you know, whatever they call it, California squat or Carolina squat, whatever that.
Watch your profanity.
I don't like how that looks. So let's get to this. All right, so I got the wheel off already. First thing we're gonna do is take the caliper off and get the rotor out. All right, so we got the caliper off, we got the rotor off. And it's a good thing I bought new brakes because there is no pad life left on these brake pads. But what I also realized is that they sold me the wrong rotors. Probably the whole front brake kit is wrong. So we're gonna have to go to Summit and swap those out. But we'll do that in a little bit. All right, so next step is removing this nut to get that tie rod end off. All right, so the tie rod end is off. Once you take this nut off, just hit it really hard with a hammer on the side. The vibration will eventually let it fall through. Try not to hit it from the top of this because you can bend this and then you're gonna have a really hard time trying to make it go through that hole. So yeah, just hit it, you know, on the side right here. The vibration of the impact is gonna eventually just make it fall through. All right, so now we're gonna take that strut off. It's gonna be this little bolt right here, and there's gonna be a nut behind it. So let's get that puppy off. All right, so we got the strut off. Next thing we're gonna do is remove this coil spring. All right, so we got that top mount off of that spring. So now we need to get this nut inside. It's pretty big nut, so we're gonna use a 1 1/8 wrench. It's gonna be kind of hard to kind of get it in there and, you know, squeeze it out. You're gonna have to be doing like a quarter turn at a time, but it's doable. All right, so we got the spring off already, and now where the spring sits, now you can actually see the nut that holds the I-beam in place. So that's gonna be the same size as the bottom nut, which is a 1 1/8. So I've been spraying PB Blaster on the bolts because these old trucks, they tend to be, you know, old and rusty. So now we're gonna go ahead and loosen this nut. There's a long bolt that goes all the way to the bottom, and that's it right here. So we're gonna use a wrench and a socket, and well, actually a wrench and a socket down here, and take that long bolt off so we can take that I-beam off. All right, so that took longer than I thought, but that long bolt is off now. So I already took this bolt off and took that nut off to get the I-beam off of the steering knuckle. And then we just gotta loosen it up from over there, and this whole thing should just drop down, and that will get replaced with the drop I-beams. So we're gonna go ahead and do that now and see how hard it is to get this steering knuckle off, because I mean, I've sprayed it with PB Blaster, but some of these old nuts and bolts have been fighting me this whole time. So see how this goes. All right, so we got the old I-beam off already. When you get to this point, you're basically done with everything you got to do. So from here, when you put your new drop I-beam on, just do everything in reverse. Start putting everything back the same way you took it off. And yeah, it's pretty easy. That steering knuckle did not come off of that I-beam, so probably gonna have to use a little bit of violence to get that out. But let's go ahead and open the new drop beams so we can kind of see what we're gonna deal with. All right, so here are the new dream beams, that they call them. Dream beams. So yeah, I mean, they kind of look exactly like the ones I took off, but these just give it a 3-inch drop. We're just gonna go ahead and put a little bit of grease right here so they can slide in a lot easier when you install them. And yeah, like I said, everything else is just doing everything you just did in reverse. And all right, so we've got the steering knuckle off of the I-beam. Had to hit it with my purse a couple times, but got it off. Now the next thing is getting these ball joints out, because I am going to replace them. If you're not doing ball joints, then you don't have to worry about doing that. But since I was already taking everything apart, I thought I might as well just replace everything with new parts. So that's the only reason I'm doing this. But if you're just doing the I-beams, then after you do this, slap on the new one and start doing everything in reverse, like I said, and you're basically done. But we got to go to Summit, return the brake kit that they sold me, and come back over here and start putting everything back together. So let's go to Summit. So we're gonna go to Summit in the Hot Boy Mobile. I already got the brake pads loaded up and the rotors. So let's go. So I'm not really happy that we got to go to Summit, but you know, that brake kit that I got is not gonna work, so I have to. It's close to 5 o'clock already, so I know I'm gonna get a whole bunch of traffic going to Arlington and a whole bunch of traffic coming back to Dallas, and it's just gonna get late, and I really didn't want it to get too late, but it is what it is. You know, it's definitely taking longer than I thought, because doing the work, stopping, you know, taking video, and then, you know, stopping the video and doing a little bit more, and, you know, recording again, it definitely, you know, makes the job twice as long, or maybe even more. I probably would have been close to being done if I would have just sat down and did it on my own. But I wanted to be a YouTuber, or try to be a YouTuber, so here I am recording this process for you guys, so you better like it. So yeah, we're gonna go to Summit, exchange those parts, come back, you know, as fast as we can, and start putting everything back together. So I'll show you guys the video. I'll start the video back up when we start getting close to Summit. All right, so we're finally leaving Summit. It is 6 o'clock. We spent over an hour getting here, waiting for parts, and yeah, I feel like we wasted a lot of time, but on our way back home, hopefully I don't get too much traffic. And I ended up getting the correct brakes and new bearings and seals, so we're gonna be installing all that as well. So yeah, I'll show you guys once I get home, and we're gonna start putting this truck back together, hopefully finish early, and I'll show you guys how it looks. All right, so we're back at my house, got new bearings and got the correct brakes, I'm hoping. No, yeah, they should be. The new Dream Beams are gonna go on. All right, so we're done with the driver's side. We got new rotors, pads, brand new caliper, new strut, new bearings, new seals, the drop I-beam, new tie rods, new ball joints. Everything on this side is new. So now it's time to do all of this to the passenger side. So it is a little late. It's it's about to be 9 o'clock, but I finished. I got the wheels mounted. The truck looks sick. I'm on my way to somewhere where I have good lighting so I can show you guys. But the truck is driving really good, and I'm about to show you guys how it looks. So this is the finished result of a 3.5 drop on 17 by 11 Billet Specialty wheels, GTP series. Check that out. I love the way it looks. I got some Mickey Thompson ET Street Competition tires. 315, 35, 17 is the size. The wheels are 17 by 11. I was able to get the wheels ceramic coated, so hopefully they stay that shiny for a while. Drilled and slotted rotor looks really clean behind the wheel. Let me back up so you guys can kind of see the stance of the truck. So all in all, what I ended up doing was the Dream Beams, new Bilstein shocks, upper and lower ball joints, tie rods, pitman arm, new rotors, new pads, new inner and outer bearings, a new coil spring insulators, new caliper, basically the whole front suspension besides the radius arm. So it is driving really, really good. I do need an alignment, so I'll probably end up doing that on Monday. And yeah, man, I love how it looks. Finally, I don't have that squatted look, and these wheels just look awesome. Billet Specialties definitely was worth the wait. Not disappointed at all. So once again, thank you guys for watching and subscribing and commenting on my videos. I know it's been a while since I uploaded the last time, so I'll try to be a little more consistent on uploading, but yeah, thank you guys for watching.